Well, good morning, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. There's a garden tractor. And there's some firewood. Oh dear. Anyway, so today it's very nice out. It's actually 15 degrees Celsius, so I guess that's maybe 60 degrees, I think, maybe. Basically, no wind, and it is cloudy. It's supposed to be a mix of sun and cloud, maybe some showers today, but we had showers earlier, but that seems to be gone now, so anyhow, yeah, so today is the day that the garbage bin is supposed to show up, and it has. So I've got the loader out. You got to have a loader out, you know. Once you have a loader, you have to be using it. And Jason at Overly Equipment mentioned today that when you have a loader, you'll think of things for it to do. So there you go, Jason. There's a thing for it to use for a bench, just to put the electric saw in. Anyway, so I got a couple of things in here already, but nothing. I don't seem to be too ambitious today, but I'm kind of going to get into this here, and what I'm hoping to do is any kind of, well, I want to saw up the stuff so it's easier to throw in, and won't take up as much room. And the other thing I want to do is, if I can cut out pieces of wood that I can use for kindling, then that's what I'm going to do. So you always need kindling. That's, if you're burning the wood, you will need a kindling, and that's the way that goes. So we're going to get at it today, and all them branches and tree things there are just going to go over in the woods somewhere, probably in with the brush fence, I would say. And then we're going to start digging into this here, and we'll see what I can find here. Like I say, son wants to keep some of this wood for building projects or whatever he needs to do. Don't think anything in here too much is going to be kept. But over here there's some, what did he call them? Deck boards, I think he called them. I think. Although I don't see anything too usable in there, but anyway, I think something like this here, this is what he wants to save. Stuff like that, sort of, I guess. I guess there's stuff in there, but I don't see it, but anyway. I'm not going to get into that part today anyway. I'm going to try and keep that over this area here. And I'll let him do the picking out of what he wants. Anyway, I think the electric saw is going to saw up a lot of that stuff, and then I can do. And then there's all that. You can see that press board there. That stuff come out of the inside of his garage when he did it over. So that's all going. So we might see some good stuff here. This 2x8 there, maybe. I keep that. And then there's stuff with nails and bolts and screws and stuff like that, so that stuff would probably just go. Anyway, and there's an old playhouse there that blew over in Hurricane Fiona. that's going. Son built a new playhouse there a couple of years ago. Built that in the garage. And hauled it out of the garage with a tractor. I think he used his Ford, the Ford with the cab and the four-wheel drive or whatever. I think that's what hauled it out. Dragged it over there and got it all set up. He's got a room upstairs and a storage spot downstairs, and then a little picnic area there where the window is on the bottom on this side by the ladder. And yeah, she's got a deal. Steel roof on it. Anyway. So, get the zoom off again now. Those old zoom don't seem to work very good. Anyway, this bin is, what is it? It's 14 feet long inside about, and it's about 6 feet wide, and it's about 6 feet tall. So, I'm pretty sure that stuff is all going to go in there. And of course, there's other things. I got stuff at home that I could drag over if I had the ambition to throw out. All kinds of stuff at home to throw out. There's all kinds of stuff around here that could be thrown out too, I guess. So, anyway, a person just gets overwhelmed with stuff to do, so I'll just eliminate that overwhelmed thing and just concentrate on that. Alright, that's going to be good for now. I'll get back to you if I have anything more startling and exciting. Well, viewers, here I am, worn out. I'm done in for today. About 4 hours later, I guess, anyway. So I got some of it done. I kind of used my electric chainsaw there. And I forgot to take my other chain with me that was sharp, because of course you're sawing up this old stuff, you're bound to run into metal somewhere, which I did, and I forgot my other chain. So anyway, the stuff that had to be kind of cut up so that it would fit into the bin and not take up all the space, you know. Most of this stuff now is going to be flat, so it's not so bad. Won't have to get cut up. I'd like to have the time to spend at it and cut up more of it and keep what I could out of it for kindling, you know. That takes a lot of time, cutting up stuff to keep for kindling. So I did get some kindling, all right. But, well, that's great stuff, that. You look at it and it splits. Burn, holy cats, that stuff burns great. Well, that's what I got in the bin, so. Anyway, that's about it for today, I think. If I have anything else exciting or startling, as my aunt used to say, I'll come back and let you know. I guess I could have had the video on while I was doing some of this, but holy cats, this poor old fellow, he just couldn't seem to get motivated at all today. Moving pretty slow for some reason. Anyway, that's a start. Don't know what son wants to do with that stuff there. I was going to just throw it in the woods, but then I got thinking, well, might as well throw it on that thing, but there's no sense putting it on there until we're sure all that's going to fit, I guess, so. Anyway, I got to put my bench away. That's a great bench. I got to put that away, and I guess I should sharpen up the chain this afternoon or put the other one on. But it'd be just best to sharpen it, I suppose. And the peccaroons come in handy, and yeah, everything is handy. So now I'm rambling, and that's not good. So I'll cut you off there now, and like I say, I'll get back to you if I have anything else. Well, good day, viewers, and here we are at my son's pile that we're trying to get rid of, and we're doing not too bad here. We got the team out, and you know, this MF14 bulldozer tractor is just as good as that loader tractor over there for uses. They all have their purpose, eh? That thing scraped off that old stuff there, and even pulled roots out of the ground. The roots are from, what do they call that? A Chinese knotweed stuff. Holy cats, that's nasty stuff. It just keeps growing and growing and growing wherever it is, and it gets bigger and bigger. So there's some of the roots there. See that stuff? Yeah, pulled them things right out of the ground, the bulldozer did. Yeah, great. Of course, the loader has its purpose too. It loaded all that stuff on there. I didn't have to do that by hand, so great progress here today. Yes, sir. We're saving a bunch of wood. Some of it's good for reuse if need be, and some of it's going to be cut up for kindling. No sense in throwing it out if we can have enough time to throw it and work with it. You just never know what you're going to find in a pile like that. Anyway, it'll come along pretty good there, just like a herd of gurtles, what? All right, so that's good for now. We're going to keep at it here. Loader tractor, bulldozer tractor, and son's got his MF8 out hauling the trailer around. So there we are after, I guess probably 6 hours or so of work. The garden tractors have got the pile gone and leveled out, and everything is done here. More or less, I'd say mostly, for the pile anyway. But I do have a whole bunch of wood that I saved, and we may save some of it for projects that he does or I do, if I do any. And some of it's going to be cut up and used for kindling. And still has a little pile of stuff on the trailer to go to the woods. And anyway, so that's pretty well the completion of that project. That's a long time waiting for that to be gone. And the 2 garden tractors made it a lot easier. Have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.